A very good afternoon to all our viewers. You're watching Lunchtime News here at News First. Let's start off with a look at your headlines.
41 Sri Lankans who fled to India during the war returned to the island. Vehicular movement disrupted on the Kurunegala-Kandy road following a demonstration. British government launches language course for Muslim women.
On to your top story this afternoon. Angelo Mathews, captain of the Sri Lanka ODI and Test cricket squads, arrived at the Police Financial Crimes Investigation Division today to make a statement on the alleged attempted approach on Kusal Janit Pereira and Ranganahera to fix matches.
Captain Angelo Mathews arrived at the FCID today at about 9:45 along with his lawyers. Minister of Sports Dayasiri Jayasekara had filed a complaint to the police FCID requesting that an investigation be carried out on the incident. The police FCID recorded a statement from the manager of the Sri Lankan cricket team yesterday. Steps were taken to suspend fast bowling coach Anusha Samaranayaka, accused by SLC on the attempt to fix matches. Net bowler Gayan Vishwajit was also suspended from Sri Lanka cricket and was also suspended from participating in all activities related to SLC, including being barred from even entering the stadiums affiliated to Sri Lanka cricket.
Notification was required and served on him to arrive today at 10 a.m. and he was not informed on a previous date to arrive and make such a statement. On the said notice, he being the captain of the Sri Lanka cricket team and also informing the relevant player to make the complaint to the required authorities, and for the purposes of assisting this inquiry, he is now presently making the statement and before the FCID.
Minister of Health Dr. Rajitha Narodna took part in an event held in Maharagama last evening. The event was held at the National Youth Services Council in Maharagama to award letters of enrollment for a 3-year nursing diploma to 1,035 nursing students.
We hope to convert your nursing college into a nursing faculty in the Sri Jayawardhanapura University. We will start from 500 and will train 2,000 nursing graduates. We will train them with the use of computers and enhance their knowledge in English. If they like, they can migrate abroad. At present, our nurses cannot travel abroad. During the past, local nurses were present in any hospital abroad. There were nurses in hospitals in London as well as in the best hospital in the Middle East, the King Faisal Hospital in Saudi Arabia. There were local nurses working there too. Now they cannot work there because of the internationally recognized nursing degree. Now you are also given the opportunity to obtain a nursing degree and the external degree. We will help you in that.
Meanwhile, convening a media briefing, the Progressive National Collective commented on constitutional reforms.
There is sufficient facts to abolish the executive presidency. There are articles pertaining to the abolishment of the executive presidency. There were discussions on how to vest those powers with the legislature. And then a 2/3 majority was also obtained from Parliament. You call for a public referendum and abolish it. There is no issue. And if you want to change the electoral system afterwards, there are provisions to make that happen. However, you cannot change Article 1 to 11 in the Constitution. It speaks of the religion, the nationality, the fundamental law and the national flag. What is the change that they call for by changing these and the unitary status of the country? There lies the issue. You cannot bring the federal system if there is unitary amongst the first 11 articles of the Constitution. If you want to provide new powers with regard to the lands and police over to the provincial council, the unitary status will have to be abolished. If you want to strengthen the 13th Amendment to the Constitution, the unitary status will have to be amended. That is why there is a call for a new constitution.
On to one of our headline-making news. The Ministry of Rehabilitation and Resettlement says that 41 Sri Lankan Tamil refugees who fled to India during the war will return to the island today. Secretary of the Ministry V. Sivanyana Sodhi said that the United Nations High Commission for Refugees had taken steps to provide these refugees with free air tickets. V. Sivanyana Sodhi states that nearly 100,000 Sri Lankan Tamils who fled the country during the war are currently residing in India. The Criminal Investigations Department arrested an individual who was deported from Australia at the Katunayake airport. The Office of the Police Media spokesperson said that the individual was arrested yesterday upon his arrival to the Katunayake airport. He is scheduled to be produced before the Negombo Magistrates Court today. Up next is more local stories in brief. A demonstration took place opposite the Hizbullah Central College in Kurunegala. Our correspondent said that parents and students demonstrated against the transfer of the former school principal. Heavy traffic was reported for a period of 3 hours on the Kurunegala-Kandy main road. The demonstrators dispersed following the intervention of the local residents. The Galinbindunuwava police successfully raided 2 timber sheds that were operating without proper permits in Parikadamarua. The raid was carried out based on a tip-off and 2 suspects were arrested along with a stock of timber. Among the timber seized was satinwood, britella and other valuable timber. In addition, police had also managed to raid an illegal moonshine brewery that was operating in the same forest area. 198 grams of gold and several equipment were seized in the raid and 2 suspects were arrested. Suspects connected to the moonshine brewery and the timber sheds will be produced before the Katagas Digiliya district courts today. The 9th faculty of the University of Peradeniya, which is the management faculty, commenced enrolling students yesterday. An event was held at the auditorium of the faculty in this regard. Minister of Tourism Development and Christian Affairs John Amaratunga visited Arugambe yesterday. The minister met with the local hoteliers and fishing community and discussed shortcomings that they face. An event was held at the Dambulla Police Headquarters to bid farewell to the former HQI of Dambulla, Saranath Samarakun. The Dambulla Police also presented a memento as a mark of appreciation to the services rendered by the former HQI. Saranath Samarakun served as the Dambulla HQI for 17 months and was transferred as the HQI for Piliandala. A fire had engulfed 2 shops in the Kaduga-Nava town last night. Our correspondent reported that the 2 shops located on the Kaduga-Nava-Kandy main road caught fire at around 11 last night. Later, the fire department of Kandy arrived at the scene and doused the fire after battling the flames for 2 hours. The Kandy-Kaduga-Nava road was also closed for several hours following this situation. The Kaduga-Nava police said that no lives were lost in the incident and the damage to property is yet to be ascertained, while an investigation has also been launched. The leader of the Janaseta Peramuna, Venerable Batramulle Silaratantero, paid his last respects to the bodies of the mother and daughter who were killed while crossing the road in Dematagoda. Recently, Newsfirst reported about a group of students enrolled to grade 1 in a school in Madirigiriya being forced to learn in a shed. Our correspondent said that these students are yet to be given a classroom to study.
Students were enrolled at the Udaragama Primary School in Madirigiriya with a lot of hopes and expectations, but the children were disappointed as there weren't any facilities to accommodate them for their studies. 68 students had to use a hut with metal sheets as a roof given by the funeral society of the local village. Authorities of the school promised the parents that they will be providing necessary facilities to the students on the 14th of this month. But when Newsfirst inquired, those promises weren't fulfilled. When Newsfirst inquired the zonal director Prasad Jayawardena, he stated that necessary action will be taken to provide desks and chairs for the students.
The police say that a special traffic plan will be implemented this evening in line with the Durakada Asana Perahera of the Kalaniya Rajamahaviharya.
The Perahera is set to travel from the Kalaniya Rajamahaviharya through Biyagama, Pilapitiya Junction, Gonampala Road, Varaguda Road, Numgamgoda Junction, Galburella and Viharamavata. The police has requested the general public to use alternate roads as vehicles travelling to Kalaniya from the Thurana Junction via Varaguda Road will not be permitted. Thereby vehicles travelling from Colombo to Kandy via the Biyagama Road can travel to Biyagama by heading towards Kiribatgoda from the Patiya Junction in Palyagoda via Sapugaskanda. Police added that vehicles travelling to Colombo from Biyagama can turn right from the Naghamulla Junction and travel towards Colombo via Sapugaskanda, Makola and Kiribatgoda.